What up, Dokkanners? The EZA details for AGL Trunks have been revealed. So today we're going to be checking out the unit details for the EZA. I'm also pulling up the old info because it's been a long time since I've used this guy and I don't remember what he does. Unfortunately, this is all we're getting. There is no sub EZA. I was kind of waiting for some news, which is why I purposely delayed the video, but it looks like it's just this. So we're going to go over the Trunks. We're going to check out the new events that are coming up, and that's pretty much it. I'm just going to say this. My main concern at the moment is what this Trunks is going to be able to do for us against this fight, because this is currently one of the more challenging events that we've got on our plate. Some of you guys might have been able to clear both of these missions already. If you have, well, great. You don't have to worry about it. But for those of you who have not, you might be waiting for this or potentially the Part 2 LR. I would prefer that this unit would spare you the need to have to summon for the Part 2, but some people do summon for the sake of clearing the missions right away, which is totally fine. That's one of the ways to play. So let's see what this unit can do in the context of the Broly Red Zone fight. I'm hoping that this will be what you need to finally get through this. If you're struggling to get these done, I have done a couple videos clearing this without the new units on the main team. So that could potentially help you out or maybe give you an idea for some new team comps. But if not, well, you're gonna have to wait till Part 2. So here we go. Let's check this out. I've got the original info as well because I want to compare. This guy was an Entrusted Will Android Cell Saga lead. Okay, so this guy is also interested in 170%. It used to be 130% HP. Now it's full on 170%. Okay. And then for the super attack, it is greatly raised attack and defense for one turn, causes immense damage. It used to be raises defense for one turn, causes immense damage. All right. All right. And then we go to the passive. Key +2 attack and defense plus 150. High chance to crit. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. 70% chance of launching an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. Changes physical to AGL. High chance to dodge. And it used to just be this. So it was all about comboing at first, and now we're getting an even distribution of a whole bunch of other stuff. You got 50% crit, 50% dodge, and some combos in here. So that's a great start just for base effects and some orb changing. What is the orb changing for? I wonder. Okay. When attacking, attack and defense plus 150. Used to be 100%. All right. For every attack performed, chance to dodge plus 5% within the turn. For every super attack performed, chance to dodge plus 5% within the turn. So now I'm seeing why this is only at 50%, because okay, so if you've got your primary attack plus this, and you've also got your hit potential. So that's 4 attacks coming in. Actually, wait, an attack counts as a super attack as well. So I believe so, right? For every attack performed, it should count either way. So a super attack counts for double effectively. So that means if your primary attack is a super, both of these proc as also supers, that means you're getting 30% between those 3 attacks, meaning you've got a 100% chance to... No, you don't. I'm just kidding. Wait, no. That'd be 10% each. That'd be 80%. No, so it's not 100%. I was just testing you. So if you have all 4 of your attacks, so the primary, this one, plus your hit potential, that's 4 attacks, and then each of them count for 5, 10, 40%. You can get as high as 90% dodge. You can get up to 90% dodge. Oh, wait. Every time the character performs 3 attacks in battle, you also get this. Once within the turn, launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. You can literally get 100% dodge. So if all 4 attacks before this are firing as supers, that means you've got 90%. Then you trigger this. This gives you 5% for it being an attack, and then another 5% if it's a super, so that's potentially 100%. So I see what they're going with this, and that's kind of awesome. Okay, a guaranteed dodge Trunks is not something I was expecting to see, but it does involve a lot of RNG, which means I'm probably going full additional. Actually, I better wait. I feel like crit might also be good just with all these combos here. Okay, when receiving an attack, defense plus 150. When there's another Entrusted Will Android Cell Saga ally on the team, all allies attack and defense plus 50% key plus 1. Dude, so he's a dodge and support, and he's a combo guy. What the heck? He already had a little bit of that before. Dude, that is crazy. And then his active skill can be activated when performing 6 or more attacks in battle, which is going to be very easy to do within the first 2 turns. So this makes his transformation much easier. But yeah, okay, so this is cool, but it makes me nervous because Broly is not a dodge-based thing on the final round. The first few rounds, sure. This also doesn't account for the AoE situation, although he's probably not going to be nearly as at risk as other units. He's already got 50% chance to dodge. It's this final form that I'm worried about. Will this Trunks be able to deliver? So let me know what you guys think about this guy so far. Now we'll take a look at the transform state. Again, it's 6 attacks. That won't change. So here's this. And then let's pull up the transformed Trunks info. Okay. So greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn was the original. Now, with his super attack, greatly raised attack and defense for 4 turns and cause immense damage. So he's got that multiplicative going on. E +2 attack and defense plus 200%, 70% chance to crit. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. Great chance of launching an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. Man, what the hell? All this. Okay. Okay. So you've got a guaranteed attack confirmed, and there's a good chance it'll become a super. Then you've got a great chance for another attack, which can then in turn potentially also be a super. Okay. So it collectively improves the odds like what you had in the base form. Changes physical to AGL, high chance to dodge, great chance to stun for 2 turns. Oh, just from the passive. Normally a passive based stun means the stun only lasts for 1 turn, but since it specifies 2 turns, it effectively acts like the attack itself has the and stuns for 1 turn, or and stuns the enemy, like in the passive effect, or the super attack effect. That's cool. Okay, with an AGL key sphere obtained, launches an additional super. With a type key sphere obtained, AGL excluded, 70% chance of launching an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. Oh god. 50% chance of launching an additional attack that has a 70% chance of being a super attack. So you either have 1 guaranteed super, or you have 2 rolls potentially of attacks, which then in turn have chances of becoming supers. So there's a risk reward element involved here. And I actually, not gonna lie, I kind of dig that. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 200%, guaranteed crit once only, which is fine because your fallback is a 70% chance to crit. So this is really not that bad. For every attack performed, here it is. For every attack performed, attack and defense, or sorry, chance to dodge plus 5% within the turn. For every super attack performed, chance to dodge plus 5%. They didn't increase this? Oh man. Okay, so it's the same situation, only probably better, right? Because now you've got your primary, you've got this, you've got this. Okay, so I see. So with an AGL key sphere obtained, you guarantee yourself an extra 10% dodge, but you don't have the possibility of an additional attack on top of that. Whereas if you take a chance with a non-AGL key sphere, you are launching potentially 2 attacks. Each of those attacks have a chance of becoming a super. So it's a big gamble, but the upside is that you could potentially gain 20% dodge from this transaction. I normally really hate chance-based abilities like Raccoon's high chance to guard nonsense. Gotenks is like high chance for this, high chance for that. But I actually kind of like this because this is a fun way to determine what's going to happen with your dodge. But the only thing that sucks when receiving an attack defense plus 200% when there's an Entrusted Will or Android Saga ally attacking in the same turn. Nope, ally on the team. Sorry, Ian distracted me. All allies key plus 2 attack and defense plus 60%. There's no damage reduction and there's no guard. So this guy is as good as toast on this fight. So when it comes to this fight, in the context of that fight strictly, this guy doesn't seem to be that big of an improvement. He's obviously an abled body, and he's going to be a great piece to fit on your teams, but he's not the answer. He's not the solution, right? Like, he's not going to survive an onslaught from Broly. So that's the only thing that bums me out. But I guess that's fair. I don't know, because they want you to summon for the part 2. So maybe this guy's good, but he'll be even better with the part 2 LR. But there you go. So that is the Trunks overall. I can't say I don't like this, because I do. And the reason why I do is because this guy's garbage. I never get to use this guy. I never get to see these animations. I never wanted to use him, but now I actually want to use him. He looks fun to me. Like, I like this little roulette thing that's going on here. Do you want to go with the safe bet and just do this? Or do you want to go with this? In some cases, this could potentially be better, because what if... Wait, actually, what type of attack do you have? What is this? It's an other. Okay, so maybe if there's a situation where, like, you don't want to be hitting super attacks on the enemy because they get stronger, you would instead rather just launch attacks. You can still build up dodge by launching regular attacks. So there is utility in both methods here. Well, let me know what you guys think about the AGL Trunks EZA. When it comes to the Broly fight, he's still going to be a bit of a struggle, but otherwise, he does look better than what he used to, which is the most important thing. And when the Part 2 LR comes out, this guy will obviously be even better. Last bit of news here, we've got some content coming up. That's not it. Where's the content coming up? Here it is. Whoops, that's it. Stage 78 Heavenly Events ESBR. So this is going to be dropping in about a day, less than a day. And then about a day, maybe another day after that. So basically like under 2 days from now, the Trunks EZA will drop. That'll be it. And then after that, we have nothing until World Tournament. So things are going to be, I mean, I don't want to say slow. I mean, this is still a good amount of stuff. Like, I hate World Tournament, but it's still something to do. And you guys should very much do the World Tournament because Chi-Chi's the new character, but also 50 Dragonstones. So I'll do a video to prep you guys on this event. After this, so when we reach the end of World Tournament, we should be getting news, if not animations, for the upcoming Part 2 LR. So that's when things will sort of pick up when it comes to that. And maybe in Part 2, we'll start to get more of those sub-EZAs, if anything, because we still have that little like data thing that Proton picked up on. There were some animation, EZA-based animations associated with the 16 and 18, the physical 16, 18. So if that unit is still slated to get some sort of an EZA at some point, then there might just be more that happens in the Part 2. They decided to just not put it in Part 1. What was this guy? Oh, this is the sub-EZA for the AGL transforming cell. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say this guy EZAs in Part 2 along with this guy, because these are both the Golden Week banner unit sub-EZAs. And then also we'll get this. I think that's what we'll do in Part 2. And then that'll like fully complete the Android Cell Saga tune-up for the time being. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on the AGL Trunks EZA. Does it look good to you overall in the context of the Broly event? Do you see this unit being useful for you? What is your team looking like for that? Have you been able to finish those missions, the Android Cell Saga and the Hybrid Saiyans missions? Will this guy make it easier? Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and ours to Dokkan responsibly.